Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janet and we do everything cash budgeting here on my channel, Janet Greta Budgets. So if that's something you're interested in, then keep on watching. Happy Saturday everyone. I hope everybody had a fantastic week and stayed on budget. This week was such a good week for me to stay on budget. I think I have money left in 3 out of the 4 envelopes for my cash wallet this week. So amazing, amazing times. So what we will do first is we are going to get ready for our savings challenge. And we will go to the very back of our savings challenge binder. This is where I keep all of my rollover money. So in here is $5 that I carried over from last week. And then we will see what we have left in our cash wallet this week. All right, so we're gonna start with groceries. So groceries had money left over, you guys. I still can't believe it. I have $30 that was left over. And then I do have some change in here. And I think I'm gonna start another challenge this week, and one of the smaller denominations challenge. And I think that's what I'm gonna use a lot of my change for. Since I don't work at my physical job anymore, I'm not really able to swap out my money anymore, because I used to swap it out for a bigger bill. I don't even have $5 here anyways, because here in Canada, we do have the toonies for $2 and we have the loonies for $1. So our change does add up, but I just don't have the resources to be swapping it out for a $5 bill anymore. So I thought I might as well start this lower denomination challenge. And then my change, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my change quite yet, but I think that's what I'm going to do if I do have like some change left over. So we will put that off to the side up here in the corner. Gas, I have nothing left. And if you're wondering, I got this off of Amazon. This is the mini planner, a Louis Vuitton mini planner. And then I ordered my little envelopes off of Etsy. I will put her name on the screen. I can't remember, but they have been wonderful. She did a really good job and I love it. I love this wallet so much. Highly recommend going to something smaller. Like this is the A7 size. And it is so much better. I'm just not a purse person. So for me to carry around my bigger binder, my A6 binder, it was just becoming too bulky. But this size is absolutely perfect. All right, I have $5 left in my personal. And then I also have $5 left in my eating out. So that was really such a good week, like to have money left over. And I always start out with $10 in my eating out and in my personal. So I think that's so good to have like half of that money left over. Amazing feeling. And so emergency we keep in there. Right now I think I have $10, which is 2 5s. And that's just in case I go over in any other envelope. I can just reach from this emergency. And then giving, I have $5 in there right now, and I always add usually $5 bills. I always like to keep $5 on me just in case there is something, you know, that they're doing at the grocery store or anything like that. I always like to have just a $5 bill on me. All right, so this is what we're working with. So 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. And then this makes it to $45. Now, let's add this all together. We will see if we use it all. Every week has been going really well, so I might even start using all of my rollover. What would you guys think? Do you guys think I should use all of my rollover money that I have for the week? I also am selling items to add towards my savings challenge every week. But that I do later on in my budget because I do it a week behind. I sell something and then I add that to the budget for the next week. So I don't necessarily have that cash with me today, but I always do it in I will today. I will have it today from last week's. I know it's confusing, but in the rollover money, I just do it separately. I don't put what I sell in the rollover money. That's what I'm trying to say. But tell me what you guys think down in the comments if I should do that or not. I'm not 100% sure on what I should do, if I should use all of my rollover money. I think this week I'm going to. I think I just made a decision and I'm going to do that. So right now I am working on the $1,000 savings challenge. I got this from Budget by Kira. All of these savings challenges that are so beautiful, I got all of them from her. So I think there was a total of 4. Yeah, 4 that I got from her. And I'm just working on this one right now, and of course my Christmas one as well. But they are amazing. She did such a fabulous job on these. So here is our $1,000 savings challenge. And what I am going to do, I am going to add, I think I'm going to add all of it. Is there a $45 on here? There is. So 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and $45. So we're going to do it, you guys. We are going to do it. I decided that I'm going to do this kind of multicolored to make it a little bit more fun rather than just one solid color. So let's color in the 45 for this week. And I think I'm going to do that going forward because there hasn't been one week yet that I haven't had any money in my rollover. So I think if there isn't a lot of money in my rollover, like if I have $5, because I think the smallest denomination on here is 15, I think I'm just going to keep that money in the rollover envelope until the next week. But I think I'm going to use everything that I always have, like as far as the denominations that I can fill in on here and going forward. So we'll see how that will work. I'm not going to count any of this until it is all completely filled up, so that I am not going to be counting. And we'll just set that aside right now to let it dry. But I want to show you the other challenge that I think I'm going to be doing, and that is just going to be this small savings challenge that I have here. And this is from Savvy Budgets off of Etsy, and that is where I got this one from. I laminated it myself. I did get some self-laminating sheets from the dollar store, and it worked pretty good, but I am thinking about getting my own laminator. They're actually pretty inexpensive on Amazon. But I think that's what I'm going to start doing as well. And then we can kind of work on 2 savings challenges. This one is just $215, which is definitely doable. And I feel like I can reach this quicker than the 1,000 challenge. It just makes it fun, like I said. All right, so what we have here is we have $4. And that is exactly what we are going to fill in. So I think I'm going to try to do the denominations that I have. If I only have like $3 or $2, if it's 2 loonies or a toonie, I'm just going to try to exactly fill in the denominations until they're all filled up. So this is going to be kind of like a multicolored one as well. I'm just going to grab one of my Sharpies, and I'm going to fill in a $2 and 2 $1. So that is what I'm going to do for this, and we'll see how it works. I'm hoping that with this self-laminating, like it's not that thick. It's definitely probably a 3 millimeter, but I'm hoping that I can kind of reuse it is my thought process. Not that I have any problems at all supporting a small business and supporting all of the fantastic people that have done work and on their Etsy shops. Like, it is amazing and it is addicting. I must say it is very, very addicting. I was thinking about actually starting an envelope in my budget to support small business because I think that is so important. And it's not like I would be adding a huge amount every week. It would be like, a couple dollars each week, just so that I can, when I get the opportunity to buy something off of Etsy or buy a savings challenge, I would love to support other YouTubers, first of all, and other creators that are creating things such as these challenges on Etsy. I think that's really, really important. So I'm contemplating on doing that. I'm just not 100% sure about it yet. But I think I might do that maybe next week or something. I'm just going to let that dry off, and we are going to go back to our $1,000 savings challenge, and we are going to put this back in here, and then we will go back to this towards the end of the video when we do our Christmas challenge and fill in or put in what we sold for this week. And then I will put this one in the back. I just like it, so hopefully it's, you never know with these. Oh, it seems to be dried already. Some of these, like, since I laminated it myself, I'm not exactly sure how, it is going to dry or if it's going to go on to my envelope, but we will see how that works out. All right, so that is it for our rollover money and our cash wallet. Now, let's move on to our actual cash stuffing. I really feel like I have a pretty good setup. I am doing this down in my office because, as most of you know, I do have another YouTube channel that I'm working, probably about 30 hours a week, I would say. But I'm down in my office, and this is one of my desks. The other desk is white, and I'm going to see which one kind of looks better on screen. But I feel like the lighting is so much better here as well. But I'm liking it. It's kind of trial and error, but as far as the right angle and these videos, because usually if in my other YouTube channel, I'm vlogging or I'm making a recipe, so it's kind of easy to get the angle just right, but I'm really trying to make the angle like really good for you guys. And not only that, especially the lighting is what I'm really trying to work on as well too. So hopefully this is a little bit better. All right, time to count our cash now. We are going to have $200 less in here because I did take out Jimmy's $200 and he gets 20s for his $200. And like I explained in the budget with me, if you would have watched that on Thursday, which I will actually link up in the cards, he always gets $200 and I usually give him that like right away on the payday. So you will find that there's going to be $200 less in what I have here today. So let's count the cash, make sure that we have $540 is what we will have here today. So we have 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350. We are going to leave that at the end. So 300, 320, 340, 360, 380, 400, 450, 460, 470, 480, 490, 500, 510, 520, 525, 530, 535, and 540. So that is perfect. I always like it when it always works out for me all the time. Because I never did recount this after I took out Jimmy's $200. I didn't recount it. So it's always good to recount it when you're going to start your cash stuffing. All right, so let's just put all of these in their spots and then we can get started. So like I had mentioned, this is from Hi Hello Budgets off of Etsy. My favorite item, hands down, that I've bought so far on my budgeting journey has been this envelope, and it's reusable. So I just take one of my, let me grab it here. One of my alcohol cleansing pads is what this is. I bought this from the dollar store, and it has 40 pads in there. So I'm thinking it should hopefully last me like a good 6 months. It was only $1.25 because nothing's $1 at the dollar store. But that's what I'm using, and I just literally wipe it all off. And then it is ready to use for the next week. So absolutely love this. Like I'd mentioned in many of my videos, I always get compliments on it and the tellers absolutely love it. All right, so let's get started here. We are actually going to start with our cash wallet, and we will start with groceries. So groceries always gets $100. So I always use my $100 bill for that. So we will put that in there. Next is going to be gas, and gas always gets 40. That seems to be working for me. I know I work from home. However, we do live about a half an hour outside of a major city. Where I live is literally a hamlet. We only have houses, about 200 houses, and we have no amenities whatsoever. So I do go to town, usually twice a week is what I've been going lately, on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So that is why I still stuff $40 for my gas, because as we all know, gas prices are horrendous. So when you're making the trip of an hour twice a week, it does add up. So that has been working really, really good. And then also in personal, and also this is going to be for eating out, they each get $10. All right, so I want to talk about something and see if you guys are as obsessed as I am. I am obsessed, you guys, right now with watching the Johnny Depp trial. I am so obsessed. I literally wake up every morning, and that is the first thing that I do, is I go and watch it live on my phone. And I just, when I'm downstairs working, I was like, I couldn't have quit my job at a better time. I know that sounds awful, but I literally couldn't have quit my job at a better time in order for me to watch this trial, because I am loving it and I am obsessed. And right now, Amber Heard has been on the stand. Oh man, it's painful to watch almost. There has been so many issues with her testifying on the stand. I don't know. Obviously, it's stressful to do that, but I feel bad for her because she is struggling as far as being on the stand. But I'm definitely Team Johnny, 100%. How about you guys? Are you Team Johnny or Team Amber? Are you even watching it at all? All right, let's go on to our short-term sinking funds. And this is a binder that I call short-term sinking funds. And these are things that I save for, but I also use. So I constantly am putting money in and taking out. So medical, I am not stuffing anything for this week, but this is for all of my prescriptions. I do have 80% coverage and I do pay the remaining 20%, and I'm not on a lot of medication. So it probably costs me maybe about $20 to $30 a month with the prescriptions that I get. So this is not getting filled. We went to Costco this past weekend and we did our big Costco shop, but look at you guys, I still have $50 left, which I'm so thrilled about. But we are also going to be adding $50 as well, because that is what I've been stuffing every week. My goal is between $150 to $200 for the monthly haul at Costco. So if I go under, it's great. I usually keep it in there. I was thinking about if I had anything left over that I would move this over to Groceries, but I think for now I'm just going to keep it in Costco because, you know, we all know Costco is expensive, right? So, all right, I forgot to, no, we didn't need to count that. So now in Costco, we have 50 and 100. Sometimes some shops are less expensive than others at Costco. I always find anyways. All right, and Renos is going to be getting its usual $100. So this we've been using quite a bit. You guys always know and hear about me talking about our renovations. So we have used quite a bit in the last week once again, just finishing up. But now in Renos we have 50, 100, 150, and 170. All right, so that one is done. Next we have Beauty, and Beauty always gets $20 every week. It does cost me $60 per month to get my nails filled, but I keep on adding 20 because I do want to get a pedicure for the summer. So on Beauty, we now have 20, 40, 60, and $80. So I usually get a pedicure once or twice during the summer, so that extra money is going to be used for that. Birthdays, like I'd mentioned, we have one birthday that is left at the end of May, and that's why I'm kind of going hardcore. And we are still adding the $50 per week right now, and right now we have $100. And then after the end of May, our next birthday isn't until October, so we will have time to boost that up again instead of going so hardcore. All right, travel is getting $10. And it is going to be getting a $10 bill. Travel is used for gas only. So if we go somewhere, and whether it's like to Calgary, which is about 2 hours away, or we go and visit somebody, this is our gas money. So now in travel, we have 20, 30, 40, 45, and 50. So $50 in travel. And we don't have any plans right now to go anywhere. But usually we like to do something, you know, once a month or so. And pets is going to be getting 25. So pets, I have been trying to build this up because I really had to drain it because of the dog's grooming appointments. We have a Labradoodle and a Bichon Shih Tzu. So they need to get groomed about once every 3 months, and that totally depleted my pets. So I need to be adding more because they usually get groomed, like I mentioned, every 3 months, and it's like $200 for both of them, or $150. So I really have to boost this up. And this is also for dog food as well. I also need to add like a pet emergency envelope is something that I'm also thinking about adding. So I probably will add that, but that will be in my long-term binder. This is just my short-term binder, but I am thinking about adding that as well. So now in pets, we have 20, 40, 45, and $50. All right, on to date night, and date night is getting $10. We haven't even used any of this, so we'll have to plan that maybe for the month of May or June, going on a date night. We just celebrated our 3rd anniversary at the end of April, so this will probably be used later on in the month or maybe even going into June. And date night, we have $20, $30, $40, $50, and $55. All right, and that is it for our short-term sinking funds. Let's move on to our long-term sinking funds. So these are envelopes that are have a certain date in mind that only comes once a year, and things that are due only once a year. So that is what my long-term savings fund is for. So anniversary is getting $10. And now an anniversary, we have $20. We are building that back up. Next is going to be Janet, and Janet is going to be getting $10 as well. So this is an envelope for myself in case I want to buy anything or there's something that I'm saving for. It's just kind of whatever I want to get myself, so that we can kind of budget it. You know, right now I don't have anything that I am saving up for. I'm really thinking about an iPad, but I'm really not sure if I'll use the iPad because I am a paper and pen girl, and I don't want to get the sake of an iPad. I don't want to buy an iPad just to have an iPad. I really want to make sure that I'll make use of it. So right now in Janet, we have 50, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. So $150 now in Janet. And I did order the Budget Mom Planner, like I'd mentioned, and I think it was a couple weeks ago, I want to say, but since I live in Canada, it takes so long for it to get shipped here and for it to arrive. So hopefully I will show that to you guys next week in a video. I can't wait to see it. I'm so excited. And taxes is also going to be getting $10. So taxes is just to get our taxes prepared. That's what this envelope is for, is just for the preparation of it. We go to H&R Block. I have been going for the last 14 years, so I always go to the same accountant. But that's what this is for, is just our preparation. We get a lot of tax breaks. Jimmy gets the disability credit. And here in Canada, there's a lot of tax write-offs that will help you in order not to pay your taxes. Now, this year we only had to pay a small amount, but going forward, I am saving for my own business taxes, and that I do in my other videos, which you will have seen on my YouTube videos. But if you haven't, I will actually link the last one here, and I go over what I save for my taxes. It's 20% of my income that I make on a monthly basis off of YouTube. So this is just our personal taxes and to get them prepared, which is usually around, I want to say $200 to $300. My business taxes, I take out of my business account. This is just personal. This video is just personal, and these envelopes are just personal. I don't have a binder for my business, and right now I'm probably not going to have a binder for my business. I have kept everything in my account. But who knows, that might change as well too. But now in taxes, we have $10, $20, $25, $30, $35, and $40. All right, and then in Apollo is getting $5. So Apollo is our online cable, technically, our online streaming company that we deal with, and it is $200 for the year. We absolutely love it. We were paying, I bet you, $130 to $150 a month for our satellite. And Apollo, we pay $200 Canadian for the year, and it has way more channels, movies, everything. So definitely worth it if anybody is interested. Just Google Apollo. I believe it's either Apollo TV or something along that line, but it is absolutely amazing. So in Apollo, we now have $5, $10, $15, $20, $25, and $30. Hunting is getting nothing. Jimmy's MRI is actually going on today as you're seeing this video. So hopefully by the time we meet with the surgeon, we will have more answers as far as his surgery, but his MRI will be happening today when you're watching this. All right, so in car maintenance, we are adding $5, and now in car maintenance, we have $20, $30, $35, $40, $45, and $50. And I still need to do my oil change on my car. Since I don't work anymore, I don't drive it that often, but it definitely needs to be done. So hopefully soon. And then we are adding $5 to car registration. We pay once a year, and it is $300 a year. So I have to save up. That's why I have this little sticky in here to remind me. I do have to save up about $25 per month. So today we are adding $5. So we have $20, $30, and $35 for car registration. And that is it for our long-term sinking funds. So we will put that aside. Now comes the fun part, you guys. Now we will be able to do our Christmas savings challenge and also our other challenge that we have going on. Now we have two, but we are going to be adding money to our 1,000 savings challenge. And first we will do our Christmas savings challenge. So today we are going to be adding $20 to that. So let me get my green. We are only using green for this challenge because of course it's Christmas. And Christmas is usually green or red. So we are just going to fill in the $20 here. And then we will carry on and move on to our $1,000 savings challenge. There we go. And then once again, I'm not going to be counting any of this cash until we reach the $1,000. So we will stick that in there, let that dry off. There we go. And then let's move on to the $1,000 savings challenge. So I am selling things on a regular basis now. So if you did not know, I have started a thing where I actually sell things weekly, usually 1 or 2 items or even 3 depending on how much it's worth, but I am starting to sell things on a weekly basis, and then all of that money goes towards my savings challenge. So I ended up selling, it was kind of like a Dr. Ho massager that you would put in your chair, and we bought it for Jimmy because of course his back issues, but it was so aggressive, I guess to say, so we just weren't using it. It hurt so bad, and it just wasn't for either one of us, especially Jimmy couldn't handle it. So I ended up selling that, and I sold it for $50. So we are going to be adding $50 to our $1,000 savings challenge. So, we have 2. I was going to say we only have $150. But I was thinking as well, if something is more than the denominations, like if I sell something of like, let's say $150, for that week, I will be filling out like multiple circles, I decided, obviously, because everything is going towards this 1,000 savings challenge. And so if I sell something for $150, I'll fill in like the right denominations to make up that amount. But it's working really well. It's getting rid of clutter because it's stuff that we don't need. And like I mentioned, we will be selling this house probably in 5 years' time, and we have so much stuff. This is a 6-bedroom house that we live in, and we have one child that lives at home. She has her own room, and all the rest of the rooms, so that's like my room, our room, and Zoe's room. So then we have 4 like spare rooms, which one of them I have an office, one of them is Jenna's room, and one of them is going to be another guest room. And then the other one is a gun room where we just have lockers, and Jimmy has his guns all locked up and ammo and such, and that we are not converting to anything until we are closer to selling the house. But you feel like you need to have those rooms full. Like, there is no room that is empty in this house. You feel like you always have to have stuff in it, whether it's just a bed and nightstands. You always feel like you have to have stuff in it. I feel that way anyways, but I really have to get rid of stuff and downsize because we are going through this transition, and in 5 years I still don't want to have a whole house that I need to sell and get rid of when we do make that decision to put the house up for sale. So thank you so much for joining me today, you guys. This was kind of a longer video. I hope you watched it to the very end. Make sure you hit that like button. It really helps my channel grow. And also leave me a comment. Say hello to me. I love talking to everybody in the comments. See you next time.